Yes guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be grading some of the biggest transfers this summer. If we do miss any transfers in this video, let us know in the comments down below and we'll do a part 2 to this one. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it and subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get into it. Up first we have Pedro Neto to Chelsea. Chelsea splashing the cash yet again this summer, just under £200 million in total. However, unlike some of the signings who are seen as risks, this one seems like a good signing. Signed for a reported fee of £55 million with add-ons pushing it to around 60. He's a proven winger in the Premier League for Wolves over the years now. He's established himself as one of the better ones in the league. Probably coming off his best season as well under Gary O'Neill at Wolves. He got 2 goals and 9 assists in only 18 starts and got an average rating of 7.2. So he's had a really good season so far. He makes 2 key passes per game and can find those pockets of space to exploit and find a player with his quality of passing. However, some would argue Chelsea need a guy who can consistently put it in the back of the net rather than another creator. I feel that Pedro Neto can be very clinical, but he's more of an assist man rather than a bagsman. The one thing with Pedro Neto is he's very injury prone. He usually, when he gets injured, he's out for a long time. It's not slight niggles, he's out for a while. So going on to his injury record, he sustained a knee injury which kept him out for nearly 10 months in the 2020-21 season. Had an ankle injury in the 2022-23 season which kept him out for 4 months, and 2 hamstring injuries last season which kept him out on the sidelines for a total of 4 months as well. So obviously he's a great player who can be a fantastic creator for Chelsea in those wide areas, but it's just that injury record that does worry me. So overall I'm going to give it a B because it's a good signing. Great for Chelsea, great for Pedro Neto. Good amount going towards Wolves as well for that signing. But it's just that injury record that does worry me. So it's just going to push the grade down a little bit to a B. Now on to Dani Olmo to Barcelona. The joint Euro 2024 top goal scorer moved to Barcelona in a deal worth £50 million with around £5 million in add-ons. The attacking midfielder played a key role in Spain's Euro 2024 win and has now signed a reported 6-year deal with the Blaugrana. The 26-year-old will have some competition for spots in the midfield with the likes of Gavi, Pedri, Gundogan and Frankie de Jong all to compete with. However, Barcelona are reportedly keen to get rid of de Jong after the signing of Olmo. He got 4 goals and 5 assists in 17 starts for Leipzig last season, making nearly 2 key passes per game, has over 2 shots per game and nearly 4 ball recoveries per game. He's a player who really shone at the Euros, which probably encouraged Barcelona to get the deal done. I feel we can make a real impact in the team and will be a tough player to contain in the final third. So overall for this transfer, I'm going to give it an A because it's not too much, not too expensive, especially with him coming off a great tournament in the Euros. So yeah, overall grade for Dani Olmo to Barcelona, I'm going to give it an A. Up next we have Julian Alvarez to Atletico Madrid. A player who sort of forced his way out of Man City and got his move to Atletico Madrid for a reported £82 million. City made a profit of just under £70 million in total. So in terms of that side, it's an A. You know, City have made 70 million. They'll be the happier of the two, definitely. However, I do feel Atletico have slightly overpaid with this transfer. It could be hard to justify that price tag unless they win something big. You know, it's 80 million. So they're going to have to win a La Liga or a Champions League to really justify him, being worth that much and him being a key role now that Alvaro Morata has gone. So he's going to get that game time. He's a great player when he was at City, always hard working and very good in front of goal, but he was just going to struggle for game time. As a striker of Haaland is the guy he's got to compete with. So he's always going to struggle in that striker spot. So he's forced to play a central midfield / attacking midfielder role, which obviously he's had to adapt for. He didn't look out of place, but it's just he's not his natural position. So maybe that was what frustrated him more rather than the game time that was reported. In terms of Alvarez, it's a great transfer and he'll definitely get the game time he deserves. So overall, I'm going to give this one a B as it's a great signing for Alvarez. Alvarez going to Atletico, going to get the game time. City got a good amount, but Atletico did just slightly overpay. So I'm going to give it a B in total. Up next, we have João Neves to PSG. Highly rated João Neves has completed a £55 million move to PSG with around £8 million in add-ons from Benfica on a 5-year deal with the Parisians. With how well Vitinha has settled in at PSG and how great he looks, I can see João Neves following suit. He's known for his composure and control of the ball, and with both of these guys linking up in midfield, it'll be great for PSG. In 27 starts for Benfica in the Premier League, he got a 90% pass accuracy, 6 ball recoveries per game and 2 tackles per game. So he seems to read the game well with his passing and vision, but also knows where to break up the opposition's attacks. So they seem to have got an all-round good midfield player who is only going to improve at 19. I really like the signing, and with PSG adopting a different approach to transfers in the last 2 seasons, we're signing younger, developing players rather than those high reputation players who are just going there for a payday. So overall for this transfer, because of the price and age and the potential of the player, I'm going to go with an A with João Neves to PSG. Up next we have Leny Yoro to Manchester United. The 18-year-old was involved in quite a big transfer saga this summer, with Real Madrid and Man United both highly interested in the Frenchman. Real Madrid were unwilling to match Lille's valuation of Leny Yoro, and therefore were only willing to get Yoro at the end of the season on a free transfer. This is reportedly what the player would have preferred to happen, to play one more year with Lille and leave at the end of the season for free. However, Lille reportedly told Yoro he would be frozen out of the squad if he didn't leave this summer, and been forced to play a year without football. So therefore, he took up Man United's offer and signed a 5-year deal with the Red Devils, and for a reported transfer fee of £60 million. Since his transfer to Old Trafford, he has sustained a foot injury in a pre-season friendly against Arsenal. Since then, the defender has had successful surgery and will be out of action for 3 months. The man has high potential when clubs like Real Madrid are sniffing around for you. He's seen as a ball-playing centre-back who's very comfortable with the ball at his feet and exactly the type of player Erik ten Hag needs. Only time will tell if the signing will come off and if he'll be a big hit, and for around 60 million the pressure will be even higher, especially after sustaining such a big injury. Overall, I'm going to give this signing a C, as he's unproven and already sustained a big injury. But he's a great prospect and could bring success back to Old Trafford. So overall, this is a C for Leny Yoro to Manchester United. Sticking with Atletico Madrid, we go to Conor Gallagher, going to the Wanda Metropolitano for a reported £38 million from Chelsea. I feel Atletico are getting an average midfielder here for a steep price, close to 40 million. And I highly doubt he even wanted to go in the first place. You know, he seems like he's a Chelsea boy through and through, just like the Mason Mount transfer really to Man United. He's Chelsea through and through, and I don't really think his heart's going to be in it. He's sort of forced out of Stamford Bridge, so it's not ideal on his part. But Atletico as well, they have a lot of midfield options already. You know, they've got likes of Marcos Llorente, Rodrigo de Paul, Koke, Thomas Lemar, and youngster Arthur Vermeer. So they're all competing for that central midfield role. And Conor Gallagher is just going to add to that competition. So he's not really guaranteed game time. And with Conor Gallagher as well, I just don't think he's good at any specific thing. You know, he's not great at passing, or, you know, he's not a great dribbler. He's just average in general. With the league being such a technical league, you know, his technical ability's got to be so high. I don't think he is that type of guy, to be honest. He's just more of an engine player, a guy who's going to give his all for 90 minutes, but there's no real technical ability there. So I feel he could struggle to adapt to Atletico and to Simeone's tactics. So because of the transfer fee, because of the quality of the player, and not guaranteed sufficient game time, I'm going to give this grade an F. Last one up on this list, we have Moussa Diaby to Al Ittihad. Saudi Arabia yet again making their mark on the transfer market with a signing of former Aston Villa winger Moussa Diaby for £55 million. The Frenchman has signed a 5-year contract with Al Ittihad. The 25-year-old got 6 goals and 8 assists in 25 starts for Villa, who had their best ever finish in the Premier League since the first year the Premier League was created in the 92-93 season, where they finished second. He was a key part in Unai Emery's side, who had qualified for the Champions League and looked to build on last season's finish. However, with the riches of Saudi Arabia knocking on Moussa Diaby's door, the winger decided to jump ship to Al Ittihad. Diaby will reportedly earn $365k per week in the Saudi Pro League, which is a major factor on why he took up the offer. Overall, I will grade this transfer a C, as this may kill a very promising career, but it's great financially for Villa and a real boost for Saudi Arabia, as it boosts its reputation of the league and shows the power they have taking such a top quality winger from an English club. That is that for that video, guys. If you did enjoy, don't forget to hit that like button, as it really helps us out. Also, get down in the comments as well if you'd like a part 2 to this, as transfers happen day in, day out. So any more big transfers, let us know in the comments down below if you want us to do a part 2, and we'll catch you in the next one.